Paul. Who is Paul, you might ask? Why is this man everywhere on TikTok right now? Why are you standing, Justin? You normally sit in your video. Well, it's for the bit. Do you not like it? I'll sit down. So who is Paul? Recently, I came across Paul on TikTok in the most indirect way possible. It was from this tweet, which says, "There is a man on TikTok called Paul, and I swear everything I have learned about him has genuinely and aggressively been against my will. I can't be the only one suffering," and that has 13,000 likes. And then I saw other tweets like, "Every time I see this fucking guy Paul on my TikTok, it makes me want to throw guts and brain up. It's so awful." There seems to be a lot of people on the internet who really, really hate this dude, and I had never heard about him until like a week ago. So I did some digging, and oh my god. The first thing I discovered about Paul was this clip from a TikTok live that he did that went viral, so I'll let you take a look at that.
Oh, there's a plane crash in Tanzania. God, blimey. Into the lake. Me.
So, yeah. And there's a few reasons why this is messed up, and why Paul is messed up, so let's talk about those now. First and foremost, the obvious. What is any of this? Who is it for? It's clearly not for the people that are Paul's age, which is 42, by the way. And his dancing, as well as a lot of his content, which we'll touch on later, is a little bit too suggestive for this to be for all audiences, so what you doing there, Paul? But the actual issue here, because I could talk about him being cringe for a week, is that he's apparently a caregiver, or what he calls a carer, meaning he takes care of people in like retirement homes and end-of-life care houses. According to him, this was his job before social media. And he got a lot of flack because he said he treats those clients very similar to how he treats family members, which, on the surface, doesn't sound too bad.
Though I believe that to be a fantastic carer, you have to show empathy. You have to show respect, you have to show dignity, right choice and all the stuff like that. But you also have to treat that person like a family member. Treat them like a human being. Not like somebody who's been dumped in a care home or been placed in a care home or has to be in a care home because there's nowhere else for that person to go.
Look, I think, treat everyone with a base level of respect, obviously. There is a lack of dignity oftentimes for the patients in homes like this where they're treated pretty poorly, so I totally understand this part and agree that this should be the norm. So stick with me, because I promise that this isn't just some dude who wants to show empathy and I'm not just clowning on him for that.
So I will hold a resident's hand. I will hug a resident. And I will side kiss a resident if they need that love and support. I will do that. I will always do that. I have always done that. For those that say it's unprofessional, it's not, enjoy. Enjoy how you do things, and I will enjoy the people who I know who care for people in a loving, tender way.
No. I understand the draw to treat somebody that you spend a lot of time with in a very vulnerable point in their lives with a certain level of affection. Don't kiss them. There's still a code of ethics when you're a caregiver. That doesn't go out the window. And while you might think your client needs these things, if you're just doing it because you think that's what's best and not because it was initiated by the client, that's fucked up. Super unethical to do things like showing your client any certain level of favoritism or affection, or even in some cases, depending on where you work, like using your client's first name. I think it's very, very icky that he comes off so aggressive here, like enough to be like, well, enjoy not doing things my way, because my way is just how people do it when they care, because that's bullshit. Caregivers, by and large, especially those that go into the field out of passion, have a ton of empathy, way more than most other people. And there are a lot of ways to personalize that care, but making your patient feel like a family member and engaging in any sort of even platonic intimacy with your client is unethical. And it is what Paul is saying he does here. So, and that's what tweaks me, right? Because he pushes that he's this loving, empathetic person who just wants smiles. So he ends up posting a lot of things that people think are cringy, and because they are. But he sees it as him being really loving towards his audience, and that's when things like this happen.
Hello, how are you? Gorgeous profile picture. Robin, are you on Insta? Where are you? Where are you on Insta? You amazing human, you.
Which, ew. obviously, hopefully, luring people in with parasocial affection, entirely abusing your platform and the fact that you have a large audience. Like, fucking yikes. But more so, did you notice anything? Anything at all about this video? There are no comments coming into this live. He shut off the comments on all of his TikToks and eventually his lives. Used to be only paid subscribers could comment on his lives, but now nobody can. So who is he talking to in this video? Who is he responding to? Because here's this full conversation that he's having as a 42-year-old man on this mostly under 18-year-old app, talking about how excited he is to take a bath.
Well, I've got to have a bath because I brought bath on, and it's not rain, so I can't just jump in a puddle like I would do because it's Paul. And Paul does things strange in the world, don't I?
And doing whatever that is. According to this person who responded to the video on Twitter, he apparently invites those people who sub to him into a WhatsApp group so that he can talk to them while he's live, which, if true, is unbearably creepy. And goes to show that not only did Paul have this lack of boundaries when it came to his clients as a caregiver, he clearly also has this lack of boundaries with the people in his TikTok lives. You can say you're empathetic all you want. You can say you just care a lot and you love hard and you can do your creepy little dances, but the problem at the core here that is Paul Breach is that he's not actually as empathetic as he claims to be, but I sincerely do think that he thinks he is. So let's clear this up. Treating your clients in a caregiving position with kindness and respect is very empathetic. Hugging and kissing them is not. It's unethical. It just is. Treating your audience with kindness and respect is empathetic, but, you know, complimenting them on their profile pictures or asking for their social media accounts or trying to grab their WhatsApp number so that you can contact them at your whim, that is not. That is unethical. It just is. Which brings us back to the video we talked about earlier, right? The one with the plane crash, the one with whatever that is. It's still unclear. But you can probably see where I'm going with this. How are you going to claim to be so loving and so empathetic, and this person that just wants to bring smiles to people, and then hear about this plane crash live on TikTok, and not even pretend to care for more than 5 seconds, and then immediately keep it about yourself, making sure to never break character so that you can get more fucking roses on TikTok, you fucking cretin. But at least it can't get worse than that. Oh wait, yes it can! Because after over 5 million people saw this video, 9 million now, Paul posted a response.
What's up with that aeroplane video too? I don't fly. I don't drive and I don't fly. You danced when you got told about a crash. Eh? Who told me? Who told me there was a crash? According to you guys, no notifications appear. It's very confusing. Either notifications appear or they don't appear.
Which, God, he manages to say everything in like the most frustrating way possible. Why try to gaslight your audience about this? Like, everyone saw it. This was one of your most watched moments ever. You had the perfect opportunity here to backpedal or apologize or do something. And yet you decide to say, essentially, that never happened. What? Who told me there was a crash? It's on the internet forever, you fucking idiot. Everyone has seen it. And everyone saw your response to it. When Logan Paul got into hot water for doing what happened in Japan, he didn't go, and who saw me go to Japan? And trust me when I say that trying to be as ethically sound as the Paul brothers is a low bar. There are a lot of things that I could touch on about Paul Breach that I did not talk about here because it fucking grosses me out. Like sending a fan of his a hoodie after finding out that she was 18.
Nikisha, how old are you, sweet? How old are you? Nikisha, 18. Ah, you're an adult, you get a hoodie as well. Wow.
Or all the allegations that he got a 16-year-old pregnant, which he deflects with really fucking weird energy.
Did you get a 16-year-old pregnant?
No! As we all know.
You didn't?
No.
No?
No!
Okay, so a lot of people are fucking going mental on my... asking me about the 16-year-old, the 17-year-old.
The 25-year-old, the 48-year-old, the 965-year-old, my life.
Year-olds.
Who?
Do you like younger women?
Well, I've dated people in their 20s recently. I know, I'm vile and horrible people.
It's not illegal, right?
No, but it is on TikTok if you're Paul. Stop it.
Or how I made a video about two 20-something-year-old girls and then got super angry and flustered about it when they confronted him.
Jesus Christ, Paul blushes.
Oh, but your comments on. Are your comments on now?
Yeah, of course they're not. Why do I have to turn my comments on?
Oh my god, can't you just do that?
Thought we weren't having any more questions.
The video you made, are you 100% sure it wasn't about us?
Which video? There's quite a few I make.
On Instagram Live?
Oh, yeah.
Video. Make your mind up. But I am off now to watch television. Thank you for listening to me. And it was lovely popping in for a second.
That pissed me off.
Or the leaked dick pic that he claims isn't his. But I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, so he's a lot. He's, you know? And as his videos have gone on, he's gotten, like, angrier and more vitriolic and, like, more passive-aggressive towards his audience. Look, I don't know what it's like to have this many people watching your every move and criticizing your every move. I don't know what it's like to have had millions of people shit on you for the entirety of your career. I don't know what that's like. I'm not gonna pretend to know what that's like, but none of that matters here. It's the lack of self-awareness. It's the lack of consideration of how his actions and words might affect other people at all, while also preaching this method of empathy. It's super shitty. Just is. I don't think we're gonna stop hearing about Paul anytime soon, but I hope we do. I don't like him. And genuinely, I do not think he deserves a platform. I think he should just go the fuck away. I mean, do you think he deserves a platform? No, I'm genuinely asking. The video's over. It's time for you to comment now. It's also time for you to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you have not done so already, make sure to hit that bell so you're notified every single time I upload a new video, and most importantly, it is time for you to get out of my house. Goodbye.